Welcome back to my channel. This is Marsha T. If you are new here, I've been doing makeup for 14 years at this point. I have been doing YouTube and social media for a little while. I would say I took a long break and then came back, and now I'm just like trying to make this a routine. If you guys want to see more of me, more of tutorials, let me know in the comments down below. Today we did this holiday glam right here. I know Ms. Zara Larson brought back color, and I think a lot of people have been doing color. It's just like there's more attention to it now. And I was like, you know what? Let's leave silvers and golds on the side and try something completely different. So I was like, you know what? Let me pop my purples and blues out. And so we used the Huda palette on the eyes, and the rest of the details will be in this tutorial. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below, and stay tuned for the entire tutorial. The first thing we're going to use is the Rhode Glazing Mist. Usually I do 2 layers, but today we're using primers. That's the reason why I just used 1. The trick to this is that you're not going to let this dry down entirely. When it starts to feel a little dry, which you do typically if you've sprayed it, and if you've tried it, go ahead with the toner because it picks up on the moisture from that spray. After that, I love using the same Barrier Butter moisturizer because what I have experienced so far is that my makeup sticks to that moisturizer really well and lasts really well. Now, contrary, people will say that it is so moisturizing, their makeup does not last. But for me, living in the Midwest, this is that moisturizer that helps my makeup stay put in place and the dryness to be completely gone, so my makeup doesn't look patchy and it does not crack. Now, the way I apply this is that I take a pea-sized amount because their skin's hydrated enough with the primer, the toner basically, and then you just pat on the skin before rubbing it all in, so then you know you're not tugging your skin still. Now for priming, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury, the Hollywood Flawless Filter Stick foundation, primer, whatever you want to call it. My problem is that I ended up going for a darker shade, or that I've gotten pale this winter. I really do not know what happened here, but I really like how this gives that flawless base. Like, it just glows. You do not have to use anything gel based. Like, I do like using the Sage Gel Illuminator, but today I just didn't feel like using it for this makeup look. So what I typically do is that the second I've mapped it on my skin, I like placing my brush on top of the same product and then blending it, more like priming the brush so the brush does not pick up on any excess that is on my face. Typically, if your brush is not primed and you tug on the product that's on your skin, it does not apply equally. It becomes patchy. That's one thing. If you want to avoid, just prime your brush and then go ahead. You can prime your brush more than once. I have only done it this much, where I did it on one side by priming the brush and then stopped right there. Now, once we're done priming our skin, we are going to start off with our eyebrows. I'm using the Refy, whatever you want to call it, the clear brow gel, because being South Asian, it is very difficult to find a clear brow gel that holds our hair up the way we want to shape our brows. Now, this is the one thing that it might be a pet peeve, but I do not like the clear crunchy look of eyebrows. When you put a brow gel in, you can pick the most inexpensive one or the most expensive one, but that shine on eyebrow just ticks me off. So this is that one that goes matte. It does not shine. It does hold my hair back really well. I can put this in the morning at 7 a.m. and still see my brows looking like brand new, freshly done, till 9 p.m. of the same day or night. I don't know why I said night. Like, of course 9 p.m. is night, duh. Then I use the Haus Labs concealer on the eye to prime it. Mind you, what I like to do is prime my eyelids with the same concealer I'm going to use later, so it all looks cohesive. Now, this is going to sound a little weird the way I'm going to explain this, but remember, you have to use transition colors. I'm going to mix 2. I'm going to use the light purple with the reddish tone that's in there in the palette. Notice how we did not set our eyelids with powder because we want our transition color to just stick to that priming concealer we have used under. For the brush, make sure the brush is in a dome shape and is almost like a fluffy brush you would use for the under eye to set with powder. Now what this does is that you can spread the transition color in no time. It should take less than 2 minutes for you to apply a transition color and blend that. Now you're going to use the same color I mixed with the first one, and you're going to lay that flat with a dome-like brush. Now look at the emphasis of dome-like brush, because what that does, it helps create the gradient effect. I think that's something I learned in the 2013-2016 YouTube makeup era, that when you are trying to blend two colors seamlessly, this brush in circular motion is just going to take less time and just do the job effortlessly without you taking 5 minutes on one eye, if that makes any sense. And then after that, you are gonna see that how this transition is blending like a gradient that I was talking about. I did one eye off camera, so then it's easier for me to know which color I'm placing where and how intense I want it. I'm going ahead with this darker brown again with a dome brush that is slightly shorter than the previous one I used, but remember, you can go back and forth with the brushes to blend layers. You do not have to use black. Remember, it's a rookie mistake to use black without setting a transition shade or base layer for your eyeshadows to go on. They are great for theater, but not for real life. Let's get that out there. After this, you're going to make sure you go back and forth with your eyeshadow brush, and then you're going to place the shimmery eyeshadow. Notice how I left all my brushes and I used my finger. Honestly, it's one of the best tools to use for shimmery eyeshadow, but specifically for the Huda Beauty palettes, I feel like the unique flaky formula needs to be picked up on a sponge or your finger, because that's the best way to apply it. I did use a precision brush to apply it closely to my inner corner, because again, I do want that slightly diffuse yet defined line of that shimmery eyeshadow that we have placed. The reason why I do this is because I want to have that line like a cut crease, but it should not be that defined. I do like to use a matte white eyeshadow in the inner corner, because what this will do, it will just open up your eyes a little more, and then the brown eye color typically pops when you put any white or cream eyeshadow in the inner corner. We're using a darker color on the outer corner, considering how the eye is shaped or the way I want it to look like. I like to create this L or V shape on the outer corner of the eye, and then I'm going back and forth with the previous brush I used, taking a flat brush now, taking the same color but a lot more on the brush. I'm pressing that closely to my lash line to mimic like as if I have an eyeliner, but I did not want to go ahead with black. Now if you want to intensify, you can apply a pencil eyeliner and then do this step after to define this look even more. I'm going ahead with my lash curler and mascara of choice. We're using the Shiseido lash curler and the Makeup by Mario mascara. I wanted to use lashes, but I don't know why I didn't, but you can do that. That's entirely up to you. Now, starting off with our skin routine, we're gonna use the Dior Backstage foundation. Just make sure whenever you use this, you are using the back of your hand, not because you cannot apply directly to your face, but this just reduces the amount of foundation you require. You prime your brush with the foundation and then you go ahead and apply it. This is something I learned from Katie Jane Hughes. If you don't know her, Google her. One of the best makeup artists, and those are the brushes created by her, the one that I'm using right now all over the face. This way you are entirely in charge of how much coverage you want from a foundation. For concealer, we're using the same Haus concealer we use for eyelid prep. Notice how I'm using a light color short, but something that is a little warmer. I have this color theory that if I use anything that's brighter, that leans a little pink or white, it's gonna look more like the blues and purples I have on my eyes, because it starts to mimic the same cool tone I've applied somewhere else on my face, and I do not want to get that look at all. So this is one way to cancel the colors out by using two opposite color theories. Now I can bring the brightness back, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with my powder. I'm not going to do that with my concealer. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Cherry Peach Duo, and I'm going to pack off most of it on my hand. blend. Notice how I'm going to use this on the outer end of my eye and then blend that into my eyeshadow too. This way it just looks cohesive and it looks more gradient than it was before as well. We're going ahead with the bronzer. I'm using the Skin Enhancer from Makeup by Mario. I like to go super light with my bronzers because I like to build that into layers. If I've applied a balm or cream under, I'm going to apply powder on top. That's just how I like to do my bronzers. Now I'm going ahead with the Charlotte Tilbury blush stick in Rosy Glow. It's one of my favorite blushes because you do not need a highlighter after. This has the adequate amount of glow you will be needing to match the reflect that is on your face. I went ahead with this color in specific because it has the right amount of warmth, but at the same time it leans a little cool tone as well. What you're seeing in the points where we typically apply highlighter is just the glitter and glow that is part of this blush. Now mind you, I did not apply the blush directly on my face. I applied it on the back of my hand so I can control how much of it I want. This is your layer 1 of setting spray. It's going to ensure that the blush melts seamlessly into your skin, and by the end of your lip combo, if you feel the need to apply a little more, you can. For lip combo, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Duo Lip Liner in the shade Medium, and then we will go ahead with another round of Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Very Victoria for the matte lipstick. The matte lipstick I like to layer most of the time with this duo of the lip liner because it matches the color theory of it. And I felt like it also mimics the second medium transition shade I had applied on my eyes. So then everything, again, once more looks more cohesive. I don't know why I said so much of more, but you get it. Then to top it all up, I'm going to use the Haus Labs lip oil in the shade Guava. It's one of my favorite glosses that I have ever discovered at Sephora. It's that one thing that is super comfortable on the lips, and plus it's hydrating to the point that you do not need a lip balm to prep your lips with. That's an option too. You can do that, and that's pretty much it for a look. You can switch out the lip combo too if you feel like you want to do something pink, but to me, I wanted something that matches the transition color on my eyes. This is the final result. If you feel like you have a feedback that I should have done a little different, let me know in the comments down below. You know what they say, you're your own biggest critique in here. I'm being my own critique and telling you that if I had to do something different, I would definitely pop a black eyeliner for the nighttime, lashes, and yeah, you can definitely change the lip combo. So feel free, you're your own artist, and this was just me trying to do something different than all the whites and silvers and golds that people have to offer. If you've made it this far where you're seeing the final result of how the makeup looks, here it is for you. There you go. And this is how your holiday glam is going to look. Or if you think room full of people are gonna have their silvers, their greens, their reds, their grays, their golds, I'm sorry to tell you, you're gonna be the one that will be poppin'. You'll be the one that will have unique photos, that the sparkly glam on without going gold and silver. This was me for the holiday beat. I feel like it's pretty different. I think I'm coming out of hibernation with the color and I'm actually enjoying it quite a lot. So if you haven't taken your colorful eyeshadow palettes out, this is your sign to do so for holidays. For me personally, I really like how the purple is turning out on me. I've never experimented with purple on myself. Clients, sure, but on myself, not so much. Let me know how I did. If you really enjoy the tutorial, or you want to see more of something, or you want to learn something, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for coming this far and seeing the entire tutorial and supporting me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.